Let's add some geometry to the interactions of these two shapes that we found previously. This is my bottom data. I'm going to add this piece here, which is right here. And on the back data, I will add this rectangle, which is right here. So I will project those pieces of data, and then I will do the subsequent reactions in orange like this, and we'll see what we have for interactions. So we now have this rectangle and this rectangle added to the two irregular shapes, one on the bottom and one on the back, that we investigated the last video. Let's start just looking at the booleans, the basic booleans of those opposing geometries, regular and irregular, regular and irregular. So what do we do next, you may ask? One thing you can do is you can take your sketches and start to see what combinations of these might look good. So let's say we like the intersection from the two irregular shapes from the last demonstration. What would work well with that? To look at the geometry from the bottom, for example. That's kind of interesting, this piece, because it kind of ties in, but you would see that going down through. And then maybe something like this as well for the interaction of those two. It would probably be smart to draw them on individual sheets so you can overlay them like this and play around with combinations. So based on the studies, I'm going to try the interaction of all 4 shapes on one overlay. There'll be more that interact, so this isn't going to be the final resolution of these, but let's just posit a couple of rules and see what they yield. So I'm going to say the irregular shapes, so this shape on the back, this shape on the bottom, those are going to intersect. So irregular plus irregular equals intersect. Then regular shapes, when they encounter irregular shapes, I'm going to say, so irregular plus regular, the irregular subtracts. Let's see what that will look like. Okay, not bad. There's an interesting relationship between the positive volume here and the negative in this shape. This is still very blocky though. I like how this starts to open up and starts to define a little bit of a space that your eye can see through. And same thing with this, like we would actually see all the way down through this to whatever is behind there. But I'm still going to have to work pretty hard to break this up more, make this a little bit more interesting, so I'll have to use those other shapes very efficiently to achieve that.